It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme tonight. It's the Giants and the Silver and Black on Monday night.
Now, from the home of the Raiders since 2020, we are inside the spectacular Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
The kicker, Daniel Carlson, has this one teed up. And off we go from Vegas. Gray gonna return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll run here with the rookie. And he'll take it for 4 yards on the game's first play. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And they would continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
On 4th down, here comes the lefty punter, Jamie Gillen. Back gate for the Raiders, it's Trey Tucker. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them, Greg, the veteran out of West Virginia, it's Geno Smith.
You just can't say enough about Geno and his turnaround over the last couple years, Mike. I mean, many thought he was destined to just be a career backup and just play out the rest of his career. And when things didn't play out at first, instead of just listening to those doubters, he just kept working on his craft. And next thing you know, he gets an opportunity with a new team, makes the most of it, and he's now solidified himself as a bona fide franchise quarterback in this league.
That is brought in. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
They certainly wasted no time trying to take advantage of that great field position, and I love it. So often we see teams either in sudden change or when they have a shorter field to go, they want to strike early. There is such a correlation in the NFL, Mike, between explosive plays and your ability to end drives with points.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's a first carry for their running back, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
To the right side, hauled in by Myers. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Smith. He'll go right and find his running back. On 4th down, on comes Daniel Carlson for the Raiders' field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Ray gonna return it. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Giants offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the 2 sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll manage to get to the 33. And Landon Roberts in there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll run with Tracy. And he will have a Giants 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
He'll look middle here and get it to Neighbors. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Up the middle they go. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a 1st down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Now Wilson on first down. Inside the 10, it is caught. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
5 yards from the house. They've got it first and goal. Here's a run. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal. Come a little closer. Here's second and goal. Out of the gun, here's Russ. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Is it time to turn to the running game to get in? Third and goal coming up. They'll try to run this one in. He slams it in there, and he is in. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, New York. So on third and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on fourth down. Taking care of it on the third down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Giants move out to a 7-3 lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return is Dylan Laube. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. In motion is Myers. On 2nd down, Smith. That's brought in by Myers. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as he gets this up past the 40-yard line. So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. 7-3 is our score. And we're back in Vegas after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Gino.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Throwing on 2nd down, Smith. He'll take off again. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the 1st down.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's got it. Good work there to take it to the 47 and set up 1st down.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
A 1st down throw for Smith. They'll look to set up the screen here. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a 1st down.
The job of the offensive lineman is the key piece to a successful screen play. They have to balance this fine line between stopping the defensive lineman from getting to the quarterback too quick, but also let that defensive lineman think he's got a free rush at the quarterback. That's the balance and the timing that made this play so successful, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
Handoff here, up the middle. He'll be stopped, just a short gain, down to the 30. They'll stick with him again. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop. $21 is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down. From the shotgun, Smith. He's got it at about the 8. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. It's up and good. And the Raiders are on top. It's now 10-7. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Ray going to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Play action. Now, Wilson. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a 1st down.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a 1st down.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Now Russ. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
Just a great individual effort, and when you have a guy that can win his one-on-one matchups, now it becomes less about who's blocking him and how do we block him. Expect the offense to make some adjustments because right now, one-on-one, this defender is going to win every time.
Third down and 9. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
That has to be a disappointing end to this drive. Just think, when they took the field on this possession, Mike, they're thinking they got a shot to go down there and take the lead, but they couldn't even get to midfield, let alone the end zone. If they end up getting another shot before halftime, they've got to find a way to have better execution than they did right here.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Raiders offense and their running back set to go once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Micah McFadden, the linebacker, there on the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now a give up the middle. And they'll bring this up to the 48-yard line, and that's a 1st down. They'll stay on the ground. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Two minutes to play in the first half of a three-point game. We'll return to Las Vegas after this. 3rd and 5. Gino to throw. That's into the hands of Tucker. He's got it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Smith to throw on 1st and 10. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Trey Tucker, touchdown Raiders. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds.
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Now, Carlson to add the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Raiders will get out in front 17-7. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Gray gonna return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He's got his man. That's Neighbors. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson to throw. He's got his man, Wan'Dale Robinson. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Wilson. He finds Johnson across the field. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. That is brought in at the 10. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down, but in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield, and there does come some danger when you throw back across, but in this case, it's a big completion.
Here is Graham Gano to try the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are back within a score. It's now 17-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Smith now to throw on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Vegas.
Mike, I'm not sure how else to put it other than this is just a complete defensive breakdown. I mean, from where this ball was snapped, you simply have to just defend the end zone, and if they throw it short, come up and rally tackle. If they throw it in the end zone, high point the ball and knock it down. You cannot give up 6 points to end this half.
Carlson now for the extra point. And the kick is good. So what a finish to this first half as they extend the lead.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. It was the former comeback player of the year, Geno Smith, who was sharp in the first half. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Raiders offense and Geno Smith getting ready for their next possession. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun, Smith. Now he'll air one out. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw, here's Smith. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
This is one of those cases where the offense is counting on the defensive line being over-aggressive in their pass rush, thinking that they can get the ball out of the quarterback's hand and into the back and pick up the 1st down on the yards after the catch. But the defense was obviously ready for it. A lot of guys running to the ball and just nowhere to go.
A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The visitors' offense ready for their first possession of this 2nd half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. On the give, it's Tracy. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. What that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones. And if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
The Raiders offense ready for this next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, The good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now a give on the ground. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Here's Gino. They'll try to set up the screen here. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Mike, I don't really even think this is much of a conversation. On the plus side of the 50, I think you've got to keep your offense on the field, stay aggressive, and try to maintain possession. You get field position like this, you want to make sure this drive ends with some sort of points.
And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Giants offense ready to get back at it. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
He's got his man. That's Slayton. And he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll get this out wide. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the 1st half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On the ground they go. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. Off the play fake. Smith. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Raiders send their punt team out as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Giants offense headed back to take over once more. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They go play action now. Wilson. That is caught downfield. It's Johnson, the tight end. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
They face 2nd down and 7. Now it's Wilson. A short one there to Bellinger. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Here's a 3rd down and 4. To throw again is Wilson. Open man, that's Slayton. A gain there of 16 yards. First down, Giants.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
In motion, it's Robinson. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And he tries to get to the edge, but cannot do it. Good job by the defense. No gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
They motion the slot man left. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And this offensive line creating running space. He'll get 6 and get inside the 10-yard line. Trailing late. They've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on downs. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to be brought down up past the 20.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
Here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Here's a toss as they look to run. Has an opening past the 40. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
A couple of 1st downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7. And he'll bring up 3rd down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
From the gun, it's Gino. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
All these stops are great. You're trying to cut back into this deficit, find your way back into this game. But the defense can make as many stops as they want, Mike. This game's going to come down to what does their offense do when they take the field.
The Raiders have their punt team out there. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Giants offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
Quick throw, out wide, it's caught.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now Russ. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier. Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
It is 2nd down and 5. Again, Wilson. Pass pulled in by Tracy. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here we go, 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. To the goal line and in. Wan'Dale Robinson. Touchdown, New York.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Now, Gano for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Giants back within 7. It's 24-17. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Laube now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The drive will start on the ground, and he'll be brought down after a short pickup to about the 29. Second down and 8. They'll go with a run. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll try to get this one on the ground. The Giants going to call their 3rd and final timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. We're about ready now for the punt, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Giants offense ready to get back at it. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Here comes 2nd down. Wilson. There's that man again. Another catch. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
He gets that complete downfield to Slayton. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 25. It's a big play when they needed it the most. It's a gain of 34.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play. That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
Here we go. One final play. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within one, and a two-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for two, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it two-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
So now the extra point to, in all likelihood, send us to overtime. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. So now the extra point to, in all likelihood, send us to overtime. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. Final seconds here, overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's first down. Now, Gino. He'll push this one downfield for Bowers. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. So big kick coming now for Daniel Carlson. This to win the game. This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So the Black Hole celebrates. It's a win for the Raiders. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. The kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders, winners here. We'll see if there are other winners outside. So long from Vegas.